Every single financial YouTuber is quick to remind you that this is not financial advice. But can AI help you pick stocks for massive gains? What happens when we let an algorithm hooked up to all the information on the internet give us financial advice? I asked 5 different AI chatbots to pick the best dividend stocks for me to buy right now, and the results were not what I expected. Let's jump right in and see just how smart AI really is. The first chatbot I went to is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is one of the most popular AIs today and has access to data from the internet up to September of 2021. I first asked ChatGPT to give me a list of dividend stocks to buy right now, and it gave me the pat answer, I don't really have the ability to provide financial advice. After some thinking, however, it did give me a list of dividend-paying stocks. It seems like ChatGPT loves browsing the dividend subreddit because it suggested I look into Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble. I asked the AI what stocks have performed well in the past, and it pretty much gave me the same list, but also included Microsoft and McDonald's. I pressed ChatGPT to give me some numbers to back up its claim that these stocks have performed well in the past, but all it could give me was some general language about consistent dividend payments and long-term growth and stability. It appears as though ChatGPT is not able to make any detailed calculations regarding payout ratios, dividend growth, income growth, etc. The next AI was far more helpful in providing details and recommendations of dividend stocks I could buy. I asked Microsoft's Bing AI for the best dividend stocks to buy right now, and it immediately gave me a list of stocks recommended by US News, Motley Fool, Forbes, and Kiplinger.com, including Verizon, IBM, Dominion Energy, and Digital Realty Trust. I asked for more details on these stocks and why they were good picks, and Bing launched into a thorough analysis of the company's dividend history and dividend increase streaks. So far, so good. I wanted to see if this AI would do better than ChatGPT on making actual calculations, so I asked Bing to calculate the payout ratios and financial growth of each company. It listed each payout ratio but was only able to give me general language on the income growth of each company. My assumption is that it pulled the payout ratios directly from some website like Forbes or NASDAQ, but wasn't able to actually calculate the financial growth. To really test Bing AI, I asked it what my estimated returns would be if I invested $1,000 into Verizon stock. It asked me a series of questions and eventually told me I'd be able to purchase 26 shares of VZ, which would give me a total of $67.60 in annual income through dividends. The next few AIs are a little bit lesser known. Hugging Chat is an open source AI chat model built by a community of machine learning developers through GitHub. Hugging Chat was quick to give me a list of stocks to consider buying, including IBM, Verizon, Microsoft, and Intel. After asking why these were good dividend stocks to buy, the model generated a boilerplate answer about consistent dividend payments and strong cash flow. Not very useful. I asked the AI for some details about the company's financial growth and dividend history, and this is where things got a little bit weird. It started out by giving some fairly detailed information about IBM's payout ratios and dividend history and ExxonMobil's dividend coverage, but very quickly started rambling until it devolved into nonsense. It almost looks like it was copying text from the comment section of some financial website. Then Hugging Chat did something very interesting. I asked it for some other high-paying dividend companies, and it started talking about rising energy prices and suggested some energy sector companies that pay dividends. I wasn't planning on asking about rising energy cost, and the fact that the AI had the awareness to bring it up in the context of stock picks was very surprising. Could it have been just copying the opinion of some financial editor, or is this evidence of high-level reasoning and thinking ability? The next AI was Perplexity. Now, Perplexity may be the least helpful AI model in terms of actual suggestions, but provided the best framework for dividend stock analysis and offered many online resources to do my own analysis. I asked multiple times for a list of stocks it recommended I buy, but it just kept listing the sources of financial websites like US News, Motley Fool, and Forbes. Eventually, it quoted a list from Motley Fool that recommended Lowe's, Walgreens, and Realty Income. When I asked about dividend stock analysis, it simply pointed me to other resources that would teach me how to perform the analysis instead of retrieving the information itself. It gave me some general information about payout ratio cutoffs and things to consider regarding dividend history, but couldn't help me with any individual stock. The last AI I talked to was Koala Chat, which is basically an interface of ChatGPT that uses real-time data. Koala immediately quoted Kiplinger.com, which listed a few dividend stocks including Caterpillar, Procter & Gamble, and Colgate. The interesting thing about Koala was its ability to describe and execute pretty much all of the dividend analysis required to evaluate a stock. Granted, it didn't do any actual numerical calculations, but it was able to find the necessary information from publicly available sources. After requesting financial growth and dividend history information, it quickly provided revenue growth, dividend growth, and current dividend yield for all the companies it listed earlier. I asked it for payout ratios and after some thinking provided payout ratios on earnings for all the companies listed. Dividend increase streaks were also quickly supplied. Honestly, there's not a whole lot more that goes into dividend stock analysis, though the information did seem to be a bit dated. For instance, Koala quoted EXR's dividend yield to be 3.2%, and doing a fact check revealed it to be 3.99%. This is a common problem with language models since it takes a while for new data to be integrated into the model. Like most YouTubers, every AI is quick to point out that anything it says is not financial advice, and that you should always do your own research before buying a stock. This is good advice considering the fact that most of these chatbots simply quote other financial reporting websites like Motley Fool, Forbes, and US News. These language models are updated continuously from new data it reads on the internet, but this update is very delayed. As a result, up-to-date information is not available in metrics like dividend yield, and even the current stock price can be months old. That being said, AI has some very useful information about the framework for dividend stock analysis and can retrieve historical information for you much faster than you could yourself. It also can quickly link you to some very helpful tools and resources to aid in your analysis and conveniently place them all together to further speed your evaluation. From my conversations with these AI, the stocks that came up over and over were Verizon, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, and Microsoft. I don't think these are the best stocks in the world to buy, but they do seem to have a foothold in most dividend stock reporting on the internet, so it makes sense why AI would also suggest these stocks. What I found very interesting was Hugging Chat's ability to bring rising energy costs into the conversation about dividend stocks. No other AI was able to do that. That kind of awareness is exactly what I hope AI moves to in the future. If an AI can take in all the information relevant to a specific end goal and aggregate it into a sound recommendation or analysis, it would become an invaluable resource to investors everywhere, especially once it can update its model with real-time data. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop us a like and leave a comment to let us know what you think. For more videos on dividend stock analysis and stock trading strategies, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, stay safe and take it easy.